I gave all I had to you, and now I'm learning to rebuild my life without you. When you've been pushed to your limit, even love can't keep you holding on. Sometimes the hardest part isn't letting go, but realizing you should have done it sooner. I'm not angry anymore. I'm just done. There's no more of me left to give. You can't change someone who doesn't see the need to change, and I'm done trying. There's a point where patience becomes a prison. I'm ready to set myself free. I thought I could save you, but I'm saving myself instead. The best thing I can do for myself right now is walk away. It's not about what you did. It's about the fact that I've outgrown this. I'm done with the games, the lies, and the empty promises. I can't keep giving to a relationship that doesn't want to grow. The silence between us is louder than anything we've ever said. Sometimes you don't realize how much you were holding on to until you let go. I'm choosing peace over the chaos you brought into my life. When you've been used, there's nothing left to do but walk away and reclaim yourself. You taught me a lot, but the most important lesson was how to let go. The hardest part of leaving is realizing how much I gave for so little in return. I'm letting go of what no longer serves me, including you. I loved you, but now it's time to love myself more. There's no more space in my life for people who drain me. I'm not bitter, I'm just done. I gave everything I had, and it's time to give it to myself. I can't keep pouring from an empty cup, and you've drained me dry. You've made your choice, and so have I. I'm choosing me. It's hard to walk away from someone you thought you'd never leave, but it's harder to stay. I no longer need you to validate my worth. I've learned that I'm enough on my own. There comes a time when you realize you're worth more than the empty promises. I've given you my heart, and now I'm taking it back. You never realized that the love I had for you was the last thing I had left to give. I tried to make it work, but some things aren't meant to be fixed. I'm walking away, not because I don't care, but because I finally learned to care for myself. The hardest goodbye is to someone you once thought would never leave. It's not about what you've done, it's about what I've learned about myself in the process. The moment I realized my worth is the moment I knew it was time to leave. I've stayed too long, hoping things would change. Now I'm done hoping. You can't keep expecting someone to stay when all you do is leave them empty. I'm choosing to heal, even if it means leaving everything behind. I gave you my trust, but you proved that I couldn't rely on you. It's not about hating you. It's about knowing that I deserve more than this. I'm not angry. I'm just no longer willing to be treated this way. You can't expect someone to keep loving you when you give them no reason to stay. I used to wait for you, but now I'm moving forward without you. I've outgrown the version of me that stayed in this toxic cycle. I'm not afraid of letting go anymore. I'm afraid of staying where I don't belong. It's not about what you took from me, but what I'm finally taking back. Sometimes you have to lose someone to realize you were better off without them. I'm not walking away out of hate, but because I finally love myself enough to leave. It's hard to admit, but I'm finally starting to understand that I'm better off without you. I can't keep begging for the love I deserve. It's time to walk away and find it in myself. I've been patient long enough. Now it's time to move on. The hardest lesson I've learned is that it's okay to put myself first. I can't keep pretending everything's fine when inside I'm breaking. I once thought I needed you, but I've come to realize that I need myself more. I loved you so much that I lost myself in the process. Now I'm finding my way back. When you realize you've been giving all your energy to someone who doesn't care, you stop. I'm no longer chasing what isn't chasing me back. I'm letting go of you because I've learned that my happiness doesn't depend on you. I tried so hard to make things work, but it's clear now that I was the only one trying. I don't regret loving you, but I regret staying too long when I should have left. I'm not staying in something that makes me feel invisible. I'm done seeking validation from someone who doesn't see my worth. I'm not afraid to walk away from what no longer serves me, even if it's hard. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for someone is let them go. I gave you my all, but now I'm giving it to myself. Leaving isn't about giving up. It's about finding strength in knowing when to move on. I'm done playing a part in a story that isn't mine to tell anymore. It's not about what you've done, but what I'm doing now for my peace. I'm not staying in a relationship that makes me feel small. It's time to rise. I'm tired of pretending everything's okay when I know it's not. I thought I couldn't live without you, but I'm learning how to live better without you. I've learned to stop waiting for change and started creating my own. I'm not looking for someone to fix me anymore. I'm learning to fix myself. It's painful, but I've learned that walking away is sometimes the best thing for me. I used to beg for your love, but now I'm choosing to love myself first. I gave you more chances than you deserved, but I'm done chasing something that isn't meant for me. You might never understand why I left, but I do, and that's enough. I'm not saying goodbye, I'm saying hello to a new version of myself. It's not the end of the world. It's just the end of something that wasn't right for me. I'm not weak for walking away. I'm strong enough to leave what isn't healthy. I didn't leave because I didn't care. I left because I realized I deserve more. I've given you all the love I could, but now it's time to give some to myself. I'm walking away from the drama and stepping into my peace. Leaving doesn't mean I didn't love you. It just means I love myself more. I spent too much time trying to fix something that was never broken except for my heart. You had your chance to love me right, but I'm done waiting for something that will never come. You've become a part of my past, and I'm finally okay with that. I'm done being someone's second choice when I deserve to be their first. The moment I stopped looking for your approval, I found my own. I tried so hard to make us work, but now I realize I was the only one trying. It's not about revenge. It's about reclaiming my peace and moving forward. I can't keep begging you to see me for who I really am. It's time to walk away. I'm choosing to let go, not because I don't care, but because I love myself enough. I've walked away from the pain, but I'm not walking away from the lessons. You're no longer my priority. I'm putting myself first from now on. Leaving was the hardest decision I've ever made, but it was the best one for me. I no longer need you to feel complete. I'm already whole. I'm done carrying the weight of a relationship that didn't support me. You've shown me who you really are, and I'm walking away from that. I gave you my heart, and you broke it. But now I'm learning to heal it. I'm done making excuses for you. It's time for me to live for myself. I'm not looking back anymore. I'm only focused on the future that I deserve. I thought I couldn't live without you, but now I see I was just afraid to live without myself. You were never my problem, but I was my own solution all along. I can't keep pretending that everything's fine when I'm the one hurting. I'm not saying goodbye to you. I'm saying goodbye to the version of me who stayed too long. I've given up on waiting for you to change. Now, I'm changing for me. I've learned that being alone is better than being in a relationship that doesn't fulfill me. I've stopped looking for validation from you. I'm finding it in myself now. It wasn't about leaving you. It was about leaving behind the version of myself that tolerated less. I'm no longer looking for answers from you. I'm finding them in my own journey. I'm walking away not out of anger, but out of self-respect. It's hard to let go of someone you once thought you'd never live without, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm not waiting for your love anymore. I'm choosing to love myself first. I've learned the hard way that sometimes leaving is the only way to move forward. You didn't value my love, so now I'm giving it to myself. I'm not afraid of being alone anymore. I'm afraid of staying somewhere I don't belong. I've spent so long trying to fix us that I forgot to fix myself. I'm choosing to be happy without you. It's time to let go. You weren't the reason I stayed. I was the reason, but now I'm done staying. It's not about you. It's about me taking control of my life and my happiness. I didn't leave because I didn't care. I left because I realized I deserve more than this.